channel. You know what time it is, No Press fam. Welcome all to another episode of The Beatdown, the segment where we take multitudes of characters from across many universes and have them battle it out. I am your gracious host, Class. And if you enjoy our content, share, like, subscribe, and become a No Press fan member. We put out new episodes every week. Also, if you want to learn about origins or abilities, check out our playlist titled Brief Origins or BAF. With introduction said, let's get down to the beating. In this corner representing DC Comics, Damage. Alright, let's talk about the endgame. In the comics, the Thing had faced a similar deadline and was left almost into rubble. Being left into rubble. It took everything he had to get the finisher on Hulk, who was being mind controlled at the time. I mentioned this because it would take everything again to finish off Damage, and there's a chance he doesn't deliver the final blow, or it might not actually put Damage out for the count. In this potential case, Damage has a chance to kind of have the outcome go to his favor. Heat vision from Superman is tough to handle, which makes himself pretty durable. A fight where he needs to rely on defense, he has the durability to keep himself in the game. He fought several powerhouses and skilled heroes at once, and that has to be recognized, as the Thing usually doesn't fight that many at once when you consider he usually goes one-on-one with the Hulk, not the Hulk family or the Avengers at once. Wild card, as his pal Swamp Thing for a favor, Damage lures the Thing to Swamp Thing's place, and then Swamp Thing uses the swamp to tie up the Thing and let Damage get his free shots in at the Thing. It might only last for a certain time, or it might be a dirty trick, but Damage isn't a sweetheart and came to win no matter what the odds are. Damage has been compared to Hulk, or at least was given the impression to be DC Comics Hulk. And if you know the Thing and Hulk's history, it hasn't always gone the Thing's way, no matter how long the fight will go. There's a chance Damage gets his victory before the clock runs out. An example of fighting another muscle-bound character was Solomon Grundy. Now, I know some of you are thinking, and also I'm going to also add Giganta to that pile. Now, I know what you're thinking. Grundy's comic lures haven't always been consistent, and that is true, but in some, he has shown to match powerful characters at one point or another, and Damage put the hurt on him while Grundy had backup. Mind you, it was just Harley and Deadshot, and also Giganta, but having backing is still beneficial than having none at all. And Giganta, when she grows in size, also her strength grows, so that's why I add that in there, because she was massive, so her strength was obviously really above right there, almost going to Superman level. So yeah, Superman had stated his punches actually hurt him, which shows he can damage the Thing's body with enough force if he can do that to the Man of Steel. Not enough? Okay, how about Wonder Woman stated he was probably one of the toughest she has ever fought it out with muscle to muscle, and she fought Superman. This is to add to his physical capabilities. Being a bad guy, he can do damage that might have innocence, which leaves Ben having to deal with him along with rescuing the innocent bystanders. Having both on your plate with being too much to handle at some point, leaving an opening for Damage to take in some shots. Bottom line, his ability to fight it out with several shows he's hard to take on solo. His durable skin helps keep the Thing from delivering too much damage, and his strength helps him to do even more damage to the Thing. Keep his rage wild as Hulk, and time won't matter, as it will be done before Damage turns back, leaving Damage the winner and the Thing a pile of rocks or pebbles. Alright, in this corner, representing Marvel Comics and part of Fantastic Four team, The Thing. Alright, now let's talk about the end game. He has just fought way more giants than Damage. Yes, Damage has taken quite a few on at once in the roster, sure. The Thing has fought the Hulk, Juggernaut, even Silver Surfer for a time. Silver Surfer has stated he couldn't comprehend his strength. That's a huge compliment. It is said he's able to lift a sun, and that says highly about his massive strength. These have to be taken into account if these two fought it out. His feat is backed up by several historical moments in comics, which means he's a pro compared to Damage. His rock-like skin has been referenced as the toughest to break through. Maybe even tough enough to hold off Damage for 60 minutes until Damage can't do any damage anymore. The Thing might just beat him before the clock runs out. The Thing has fought heavy hitters before and for a long period of time, so if he wanted to get his win, he may just have the might to do so. Intelligence on his side. Ben has still got his brain working compared to this guy who is like Hulk, mindless rage. Having a level-headed head against an angry giant has its perks, as is demonstrated fighting at times against the Hulk. His fists are their own weapons, as he mainly switches from that to using his incredible strength. His fist might be enough of a weapon to inflict pain on Damage enough to do damage. He fought a black hole at one point. Overpowering him would not just be that easy. Option for Damage, as if Ben gets a hold of you, he might be able to superplex you or hold onto your hands for as long as he wants to. Wild card, he got a chance to study this guy, and he can have his friend his buddy Mr. Fantastic whip up a serum for any possibility. For example, turn him back into a human, counter the serum in Damage to make him weaker somehow, cause the serum allergic reaction. Those are some of the options. Plan his moment to nail him with the serum through needle or perhaps as a gas gun. Either way, Ben gets the upper hand. Take him to the Fantastic Four mansion. There are weapons of defense and offense. Give the Thing greater odds as his home. He's not alone when it goes against Damage. A little bit of it can either provide some distraction or slow him down or actually hurt him. Or if Ben learns about the timer, he may just trick Damage to dance with him somehow away from civilians and just keep him from getting his shots in completely and egg him on into continuing to bring his best shots. Bottom line, his brain being still there helps him come up with way more strategies if their others fail. His home turf helps him catch his breath if he needs it during the battle, and he has time on his side, as it would take more than an hour to really put Ben down for the count, and his strength has kept Hulk humbled many times in the comics. It's safe to say Damage would be getting a sweet reality called humble pie, leaving the Thing with dessert and Damage just damaged. Alright, No Press fam, as always, it's not up to me, it's up to you guys. So if you liked either one of my arguments, you know what you can do? You can hashtag the Thing or you can hashtag Damage. And as always, No Press fam, we really appreciate you guys keeping it 1,000 subs. Peace. Shout out to all my content supporters. Not working together, but we like to give credit where credit is due. Ivan the Unstoppable for all the knowledge of comic feats, Watch Mojo for origins and for all the background videos, Comic Historian, Comics Explained, and key issues. Go ahead and check them out and tap into the world of comics by supporting other creators. Link to channels will be in the description below.